Well, this is day 116, 28th of June. I already packed up my tent. I was going to video it before I did that, but I forgot. But that's where I stayed. I had to set up in the middle of the night last night. Well, not the middle of the night, but it was dark. For a hiker, that's the middle of the night when it's dark. So I heard there's not a whole lot of water, so I got both water bottles full, just a little bit in my dirty water bag, just in case. I think there was at least 2 other campers down there that came by me while I was packing up my stuff. It's about 7:45. I've been moving kind of slow. I'm just gonna try to make 10 miles today. Getting kind of tired of getting to the campsite or the hostel or shelter at dark. So I'm gonna try to do less miles, but I still wanna make 10. And I want to sit down a little bit, take time to eat more. So I'm heading towards Maine. Just a little view. Popped out of the woods for a second. I think the cliffs right there look kind of neat. Okay, this is my trail right here so far. Walking along the edge of this pond. Got a bunch of lily pads on top of it. Surely one of these days I'm gonna walk out to a little pond like this. There's gonna be a bear or a moose or something along the edge of it. Sure seems like that'd be a good place to spot one, but I haven't yet. Yeah, that's the trail. I'm going up this way. It's still hard to just make any kind of time. 1 mile an hour if I'm lucky. Have to sit down a lot. Wore out all the time. Water's been getting kind of hard to come by. I guess Maine's been pretty dry. This is pretty yellow water. I don't know if you can see it in the bag, but it looks yellow too. I'm gonna fill 1 water bottle and take some of this with me. Southbound just told me that the campsite I'm going to don't have any water. Well, that bottom one's the campsite I wanted to go to, that Carroll. But it's 5.4 more miles. It's already 3:15. It'd be dark. So I'm going to this one right here. The Giant Pond campsite, point 2. I'm tired of getting to the campsite in the dark or the shelter. So I'm just gonna do this and try to relax a little bit. My knees are hurting. My foot hurts. I'm just wore out. I don't know how many times I fell yesterday and coming across the Wildcats mountains. I don't know how many times I fell there either. But I'm gonna have to give up trying to count the falls because just too many and I was just too wore out to tell you about them. So I'm gonna go up here. I'll probably record the shelter. Probably nobody else will be here. It's not a popular place. Everybody else can do bigger miles, so I'm expecting to be all alone tonight, which is fine. Well, I made it to that first shelter. I made a whole 5 miles today. Let's see, and how long did it take me? 7 hours, and I made 5 miles. So anyway, I'm gonna put my stuff here in this corner. It's a double-decker. I guess I'd be the only one here. This one's kind of off the path. So I've bedded my stuff down there. Kind of got my shoes and socks down here on the steps. I think you can see them there. But I'm going to have a good view. Let me turn the camera around. I can show you a little bit of a better view. This is facing out the cabin. The shelter, whatever you want to call it. It's like a log shelter. So, a little bit of air coming in feels good. So yeah, in 2 days I only made a little over 11 miles probably. I should have took a 0 in Gorham, but they had some kind of car race up Mount Washington. All the hotels were full, so when I take a 0, I kind of want to get a hotel that has a bunch of fast food within walking distance so I can eat. But I think when I get to the next big road, I'm going to town for a 0. Trying to rest my knees, they're just not recovering. Bottom of my foot hurts too. So I'm going to take it easy. I hope I can sleep 12 hours. That's the way I feel like I need. I'm just tired, wore out. Hope the socks and shoes dry a little there in the sun. I'm going to lay down, but I'll probably walk around here in a little bit before dark. Well, I just fell asleep for a couple of minutes. I had my socks and shoes out here on the steps, getting some sun on them. And the rain hitting the roof woke me up real quick. I think I got it before I got too wet. No wind, just a nice, straight, gentle wind, and we kind of needed it. Not getting enough water on the trails to drink. Everybody's running dry. So, got my air mattress and my pillow up. And I'm just going to kind of lay down and let the cool breeze come in on me. Just been really fatigued. Oh, I haven't recorded me fixing any food for a while. Matter of fact, I'll show you this new stove. I'll pull this off real quick. I won't without this handkerchief, though. That's the deluxe model stove. It uses a lot less fuel, and it has a self-igniter on it, so I don't have to carry a lighter now. Whoop! Little. Burn a little hole in my handkerchief. And I'm eating a Peak freeze-dried meal that old Mac gave me. He brought me 3 meals. Since we ate at a hut one time, I had an extra one. 40 grams of protein in this Peak meal. It's home-style chicken and rice, and it's 370 calories. So I'm getting ready to have that. It's about 5:30. I really don't like rice, but don't tell old Mac. I choked on it once when I was in the service, and I have a hard time eating it. I can eat it, but I'm always afraid I'm going to choke again. Okay, so I'm going to do that, use up some of my water, and maybe go get some water so I don't have to do it in the morning. I plan on getting an early start, and try to do a little bit less than 12 miles. I can get to that Highway 26, Bethel. I'm thinking about trying to take a 0 if there's a good place there. Even though I had 2 short days. Oh, there's somebody. Hello.
Oh, sorry to interrupt.
I don't know if I said everything I needed to say. That Peak meal that old Mac brought me, it's 740 calories and 40 grams of protein. Just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. Peak, P-E-A-K.